I want to talk about what it actually feels like when your life and your work finally align with who you are. Because nobody really talks about that bit. There is so much conversation about the burnout, about the gap and achieving things that don't land the way you thought they would. But what does it feel like when that changes, when you've done the inner work and something genuinely shifts? Maybe you've let go of the limiting beliefs that were holding you back, or maybe you've finally been honest with yourself about what you truly want. For me, when I did the work, the biggest thing was that I just stopped performing. I hadn't realized fully how much energy that was taking until I wasn't doing it anymore. I was showing up before as a sort of slightly managed version of myself every day. So in meetings and conversations and in how I was leading, I wasn't conscious of this, but I realize now how much energy it was taking, and how much it was holding me back. When I stopped doing that, things really opened up for me. Decisions got easier, definitely much less noise around them. It was a lot more obvious what felt right. I could hear my intuition. I could follow my gut. Also, I was just far more clear on my values, just being genuinely honest about what I'm working towards. I just feel like before I was constantly in this thinking loop rather than actually knowing how to move forwards. Also, I noticed that the need for external validation really shifted. And I see this in my coaching clients all the time. Recognition will still feel good, right? It's lovely to be recognized. I'm not going to pretend that ever goes away. But when I had finally built my life and work in alignment with my truth and my authenticity, that external validation stopped being what I was running towards. And honestly, that freedom is something that I didn't expect, because when you do this, you start doing the work because it's right and feels right, not because of what it might look like on paper or to others. That's the authenticity piece, right? And that changes everything in terms of how you lead and how you show up. When you're not spending energy holding a gap between who you are and who you're presenting as, then you just have so much more energy available, whether that's for your team, for your vision, or the big calls that actually need you to be fully present. You're not having to bridge that gap and waste your energy there. And with that, you then become a different type of leader, a different type of friend, whatever it is in your life, because you're more real and people notice that. The honest thing I'd say to anyone sitting with this restlessness right now, if you recognize that your life and your work are out of alignment with who you truly are and what you truly value, you might notice this like a restlessness, a discomfort. Getting to the other side is so worth it. But you do have to be willing to get honest about what you actually want and what you're prepared to do to get there, to get to that life that feels good, that feels in alignment. The gap between your outer life and your inner truth will not close by itself. You will stay in the familiar, even if it's uncomfortable. By doing the inner work, by going on these journeys, like the work that I do as an intuitive psychology coach, it really helps you to recognize who you truly are and to really close that gap. And then that will change everything in how you show up in your life for yourself and also to others around you. I see incredible results in my coaching clients with this, when they're finally able to build their life and work in alignment with their values. To learn more about executive coaching with me, check out intuitive.ceo.